Welcome back, and thank you for your interest in the middle school student schedule for remote instruction. Now that you have a better understanding of what remote instruction in Dickinson ISD is like, let's talk about the middle school student schedule. But before we do, I want to remind you of a couple of important dates you will want to remember. The first date is August 24th. This is the first day of school for all students. All students will begin with remote instruction. The student school day will be from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. for all grade levels. The next date is September 14th, where all students who selected face-to-face instruction will begin on campus. Face-to-face instruction will follow normal campus hours. The next date is September 14th. All students who selected face-to-face instruction will begin on campus. Face-to-face instruction will follow normal campus hours. Students who selected remote instruction will revert to regular campus school hours and the regular campus school schedule. Normal campus hours are for Dickinson High School, 7:05 to 2:35 p.m., junior high and middle school, 7:45 to 3:15 p.m., and for elementary, 8:30 to 4 o'clock p.m. Let's look at the schedule for middle school students. All 5th through 6th grade students will follow a similar school schedule with academic blocks, electives per student selection, social and emotional time, as well as check-ins with academic coaches and interventionists as needed. The amount of synchronous and asynchronous instruction will be varied within each academic block as necessary and appropriate for each grade and content. Students will receive a weekly schedule that shows different blocks of time, as well as the synchronous and asynchronous components and due dates. That way, students and families can plan for the week and understand what is expected each day. The academic blocks will consist of an introduction to a new topic and/or concept, synchronous instruction at a posted time, synchronous support by teachers, academic coaches, and interventionists in small groups and individual meetings, asynchronous choice board for exploration, for example, analog poster project using technology for research, reading a book excerpt and pulling out the key concepts, virtual collaborative documents where each student looks up different information and fills in their findings, and ongoing assessments, formative and summative, that will inform instruction as well as intervention. This table reflects the middle school remote learning schedule. Again, the instructional hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Students will rotate between social and emotional, math, ELA, science, social studies, and electives throughout the day. All students will have a lunch period from 11:15 to 11:45. Some students will be in one rotating schedule while others are in another, very similar to when students are on campus. On Monday, September 14th, the remote instruction student schedule will change from the one here to one that mirrors the regular campus schedule. Middle school students' regular instructional day will be from 7:45 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. You will need to contact your child's teacher for a detailed daily schedule. The next table you see is the schedule for students in middle school in the STEM Academy. This schedule is very similar to the other schedule you just looked at, but there is a block in here that is for Brainiac time where STEM students engage each day. You may be wondering what grading will be like for students who selected remote instruction. Grading for all students, remote instruction and face-to-face, will follow the district grading procedures. There will be no difference between the two models of instruction. You may also be wondering how remote instruction students will take quizzes, tests, and local assessments, as well as state assessments. There are specific assessments that will require a student to go to his or her designated campus to take the assessment. These assessments include beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year MAP, which is measures of academic performance, CBAs, pre-STAR benchmarks, and state assessments such as STAR and TELPAS. If a student takes part in robotics, the student may need to go to the campus for specific practice times during the school year. If a student is in the STEM Academy at Barber Middle School and is engaged in remote instruction, the student will be required to be on campus for certain activities that require hands-on experiences. Before we close, I want to remind you that once a selection is made and the school year begins, exit from remote instruction and return to face-to-face instruction in the classroom will only be permitted at the end of a grading period, such as the first 9 weeks, the first semester, and the end of the third 9 weeks. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn more about your child's remote instruction schedule. Should you have further questions, please know we are here for you, and feel free to contact your child's campus or the Educational Services team at 281-229-6000. Have an awesome 2020-2021 school year.